Welcome back, folks. Monday gave us another green day for stocks, but it definitely did not feel like the market was out of the woods yet. The indexes pushed higher, Bitcoin kept building a bit more momentum, and several watch list names tightened up into interesting setups, but softer services data and rising price pressures kept the bigger macro tension very much alive.
Okay.
You're watching the Stock Market Summary series, and we're going to break this all down and get into what we're seeing. But real quick before we do, if you're new here, please note that none of this is buying or selling advice. We're just calling what we see happening in the charts as things develop.
Yeah, and the real story here is really that tug of war happening just beneath those green numbers. I mean, you've got charts that are looking desperate to break out, but they're anchored down by this massive geopolitical standoff in the Strait of Hormuz. That's the tension driving everything today.
Right. It's a huge struggle right now. Like SPY and QQQ barely eked out those cautious gains, of 0.45 and 0.6%.
Yeah, exactly. Just tiptoeing on thin ice.
And they're trying to press past their 20-day moving averages while the DIA is, testing its 200-day. But honestly, looking at the charts, it feels like trying to hold a beach ball underwater.
Oh, that's a perfect way to put it.
The harder those indexes try to push up, the more violently the macro pressure just wants to snap them back down.
Exactly. And a lot of that water pressure you're describing, it's the U.S. dollar. The DXY index just bounced off its own 20-day moving average.
Okay.
And why does that matter to you? Well, because when the dollar surges, U.S. goods get way more expensive globally. It tightens financial conditions instantly, which acts like a complete chokehold on equity rallies.
Which brings us back to the U.S.-Iran negotiations, right?
Yeah.
And those renewed threats from President Trump regarding the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, that's the anchor.
And look, we aren't taking sides on the politics here at all, but purely from a market mechanics standpoint, that uncertainty just keeps the dollar strong as a safe haven, right?
Spot on. Capital runs straight to the dollar when things get unpredictable like this.
Okay, but despite that heavy macro blanket, we are actually seeing some localized heat. We talked about those symmetrical triangle setups mentioned last week, LRCX, AMAT, and WULF.
Yeah, they're still tightly coiled.
Right, and I'm especially looking at WULF. It has a massive short float, and for anyone newer to that term, it just means a ton of traders are betting the stock will crash. If it breaks higher instead, those short sellers are forced to buy shares to cover their losing bets.
Which acts like total rocket fuel. It's a classic short squeeze.
Exactly.
So before we get too excited about a short squeeze on WLF or AMAT popping, we do have to look at the fundamental economic data that is kind of stalling these breakouts.
Right, the ISM services report.
Exactly. It's just a really noticeable step backward, dropping from around 56.1 down to 54. So people are still buying and demand is surviving, but the cost of doing business is quietly eating into profit margins.
Wait, hold up. If demand is still surviving, shouldn't traders be, kind of happy about that? Why the hesitation?
Well, because rising cost pressures mean inflation isn't dead yet. It means interest rates might just stay higher for longer.
Making things choppy.
Extremely.
So with this macro uncertainty and the dollar acting like a wrecking ball, how does this impact hard assets? Like Bitcoin had a couple of green days, right?
Yeah, but it's heavily consolidating. Even with the momentum, $72,000 is the magic ceiling right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's not just a random number. There's a massive psychological liquidity wall sitting right there. If buyers can chew through the sellers at $72K, the vacuum pulls us straight up toward a $76,000 target.
Okay, what about the downside?
The floor is just as slippery. If it snaps below $65,000, we risk a really rapid slide back down to the $60K area.
Man, that's tense. What about the metals, gold and silver?
Stubbornly sideways. They're hypersensitive right now. Just one major headline about war or inflation will entirely dictate their next major move.
Wow. Okay, so when you add it all up, the cooling services data, the technical hurdles, and a news cycle that could flip in a heartbeat, this market feels significantly more fragile than free.
It really does.
And it leaves us with something really important to ponder. If inflation keeps stalling the market, are we entering an era where quote-unquote good economic news is actually the worst possible thing for your portfolio? Think on that as we see if the rest of the week brings a true follow-through or a brutal reversal. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's Market Summary.